Hey squad, it is week 6 and I thought it would be really cool to put a picture of the original Betty Boop, Miss Esther. And if you did not know, she's an African American. So I wanted to start off with that to just say that's the original look of the Betty Boop curls, and we have created a more up to date Betty Boop curl because it's more curly curls with a few flips here and there. Hers had a lot of flips and curls and twirls. So just keep that in mind. We're doing a new improved Betty Boop. But I'm going to challenge myself. I think I'm going to find someone where I can do the actual look to see if it'll look very similar. So here we go with the molding technique. And I am going to show you how not to do the part and what you should do with the part. This part here is too long, and what most people do is tend to make it a lot longer. And what tends to happen is that it's very difficult to get that parting out once the hair is molded. It's just like doing a roller set, guys. Once it's set in there. So keep in mind to keep it as small as possible. How I just pointed there, that little dot, keep that in mind, and that's what you do when you do all of your molding techniques, because then that way you don't make it so hard for you to get that parting out. Now you will have a couple of styles that may require a part, but typically that's more parts that's on the side. So give a nice and tight mold, and for your homework assignment, your first assignment, I want you to post in the group a molding technique without the part that you should not do and with the part that you should do. And I want to see it in a video form, or if you are not going to do the video, I need to see all angles of the mold when you take a picture. And let's start practicing taking pictures and doing videos that doesn't have too much in the background, especially your pictures. So that way you can start practicing great pictures for your social media platform. So stay tuned and continue watching the video, but do not forget to post your first homework assignment. All right, guys, so we're back in, and I am applying the Crazy Oil Blend, which is a blend that I make with a lot of good carrier oils and essential oils that's really good for the hair, shaft and the scalp. And it's really good for flakiness, moisturizing, keeping bacteria buildup off the scalp. So guys, make sure that you are using quality products. Look at the sheen of the hair, and keep in mind again the parting of the hair. See how thin that is? And with this particular look, you can do it a couple of ways, but what I tend to do is make sure that I cover the hole that we do for the parting. I make sure that those curls are coming up, and then from there I go up and under, so that it can be a lot of movement and a lot of fun curls, so that you can get that curly Betty Boop look that most clients are loving nowadays. So it's always good to learn the trendy styles, but don't ever forget the classic styles. The classic styles are never going anywhere. But I guess if you want to look at it in reality, I guess the Betty Boop curls are a classic style because Betty Boop has been around for a long time. But anywho, I want you guys to pay close attention to the curling process. And with this, I go back and forth with the Marcel iron in the flat iron. I'm spoiled. The flat iron the plug-ins are really easy, but I love my Marcels. That's what when I was in school, that's what we learned on was the Marcels. So just practice on both. You really should learn how to use them both, and clients will tell you what their preference is. So really practice on using both irons and perfecting it to your best ability. It's not gonna be perfect because it's not a such thing as perfect, but do it as if you're trying to create it perfect. So then you're putting your best foot forward, and you can go from there. But remember, you see how I'm doing sections at a time, and I'm lining it up with each section. This allows you and helps you to create the same amount of curls on both sides and all the way around the head, so that when it's time to comb it out, and time for that finished look. You have even curls around the hair, and the hair is symmetrical. It's, what's the right word and I want to use? It's very uniform. So when you're looking at the side profile, you will see that it's very full and it doesn't look spacey. You don't want it to look spacey. And maybe I will create a video for you guys just for the heck of it, just for the fun of it, on what a spacey hairstyle looks like so you don't do it. But post this in the group when you finish watching this video. Your homework assignment is to post this style. Create it to your best ability, and remember, practice makes perfect. If you want to perfect becoming a short hair guru in your city, you must practice, practice, practice. Practice on the mannequin. Ask one of your clients to be a model outside of her hair appointment, and those services I typically do for free because it's my practice time. I prefer practicing on a human versus a mannequin because you get better results, but a mannequin will get you started and you will still get good results with that. And if you're bold, go out and ask somebody, hey, I'm working on building my short hair business. Can I do your hair for free for so many months because you're practicing? Be creative. Think outside the box. Don't be scared to think outside the box. So continue watching this, and do not forget to post your homework inside of the group along with your Q&A questions, because we will be getting in and doing Q&A questions every Monday. So do not forget to post your questions and be ready for Q&A. All right, my loves, continue growing, continue shining, because we are taking the short hair guru movement to another level. So I'm excited about this, and I hope you guys are getting all the benefits that you are wanting out of this class. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you in week 7, and I will see you Monday in Q&A.
You see, sometimes it feels like a curse. Some days I'm tired and I can't be bothered, but trust me, I know that I need to satisfy the obsession for my soul. And yeah, others can tap into this obsession. It really is just a choice. And once you create an unconscious habit of being obsessed with your growth, you get addicted to the results in your life that you manifest, and you naturally get obsessed with wanting to create more of that by continuing to obsess over your own growth.
So cool. So tell me, what's that all about?
Okay, this is extremely powerful. If you really do want to create change in the world and help other people, it requires a certain level of maturity, commitment, and an abundance mindset. So here's the thing. If you truly become obsessed with your own growth, then you'll deep dive into that vibration. You will shift and change your whole life. You can't not.
Only here to win, only here to be my best. Excuse me, I'm just a little upset.
So as you see, I am framing the face, and I am doing flip curls and regular soft twirls of like a little soft pin curl. But I wanted you guys to just keep in mind that always do sections. Sectioning is good. You want to be able to do the sectioning because that will help you have an even look, a great profile, and it will just show the technique of being very consistent with making sure that you are aligning the partings and connecting them to the previous curl, or making it look as if you are connecting them so that you can have the same amount of curls all the way around, which will help your hairstyle to come out actually really, really great. And it will help you give you the consistency on making sure that you learn how many sections you have on the hair, as well as helping your timing. So start timing yourself when you're curling. I time myself all the time, and styles like this may take me between 20 to 30 minutes, but other styles, it may take me 15 to 20 minutes. So sectioning the hair and making sure you're aligning the partings together to give that softness, that fullness and texture helps with you practicing your timing so that you can learn how many sections you have, what the time frame will be to make you or show you how you can move faster to get clients in and out, but giving them a really sufficient service and a really amazing service. So just keep that in mind. So when you finish watching this, again, I'm going to implement, make sure that you posting your homework in the group. Be very proactive, be very active, because this is the only way that you're going to get better, by doing what you set out to do. Be very intentional. That's our word for the year, intentional. Be very intentional on the things that we say we're going to do, and do them. All right, my loves, I will see you in the group. I want you to make sure you post this video so that I can get in and give you your feedback. And if you do not do a video, I need to see every single angle, and I mean up close, to the sides, the back, the front, every angle. So don't forget to, as well as to, take those curls and play with them. Go different directions so that you can have that look that will stop traffic. One of my sayings when I go out passing out flyers, I say I'm looking for ladies that want to make their first impression a lasting impression, that want to stop traffic and make their first impression their lasting impression. That's actually what I say. So I actually say, I'm looking for women that want to stop traffic and make their first impression a lasting impression. So that's what we want to keep in mind. We want to make sure that our clients are stopping traffic when they're going out, because that's how you're going to build your clientele really fast. By producing amazing work, people can see that it's your passion and it's something that you're so in love with doing. All right, guys, I'm out. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to post, and remember, our word is to be very intentional.
Waiting on a life that I read about. I'm gonna pave the way. I wanna live life and build my destiny. By finishing what I started right now. No more worrying about the posits. Now or never, today's the start of my life. 'Cause my life's on fire. I can be anything if I just believe. Live life on fire. Come on and start today. Let the fear in the bed. My life's on fire. I can be anything if I just believe. Live life on fire. Come on and start today. Let the fear in the bed. Now I need you to sing this with me and really feel that thing. I'm on fire, I'm on fire, fired up, and I'm ready to go. I'm on fire, I'm on fire, fired up, and I'm ready to go. I'm on fire, I'm on fire, fired up, and I'm ready to go. My life's on fire. I can be anything if I just believe. Live life all I gotta believe. Come on and start today. Let the fear in the bed. Sing it with me, y'all. I'm on fire. Oh, fired up, and I'm ready to go. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. How you feeling? Fired up, and I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. I'm on fire. Fired up, and I'm ready to go. I love it. Fire. I'm on fire. Just start today. Fired up, and I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Okay, breathe. You've got this.
Okay, I know I said I was out, but I'm back in. I wanted to just reiterate how small the partings are, and you see how the different directions that I'm going in. Just make sure you keep that in mind, as this will give you really the best results. And do not forget to play with the directions. Make it look fun, make it look sassy. And you see how I'm going around the head and it's sectioned? That's what you have to do. And I'm taking that needle nose flat iron just to give it a little wave formation around the front. And again, these are some of the keys that will just help you perfect your craft. The practice, the tips, and the timing, so that you can start timing yourself. So then that way you can understand your numbers. You can understand how many clients you can do in an hour, how many clients you can do in a day, so that you can understand the amount of money that you would like to make per day, per customer, per hour. And so just see how I'm curling that? And I'm taking the partings on an angle. And I'm going opposite direction, so that that formation around the front is a nice frame formation with some softness of curls, like a little wave right there. And then it's going to frame her face. So just continue watching and you will see the comb out style, the product that is being applied. Doesn't she look beautiful, guys? My clients and friends are amazing. So just keep that in mind. I'm twirling her around so that you guys can see. Pay attention to the side profile and how full it's going to be when this video is done. And I am using, to pull it apart, I am using a wax stick, which is called Stick 'em Up Stick, which is by, of course, my favorite product line, John Amico product line. So that stick is by far the absolute best out of all the sticks I have used. I've used the Mazzani stick. I have used the, not Mazzani stick, the Care stick. And I have used a couple of other lines, and I believe the Mazzani stick, and I used Influence. I do like Influence, but they do not have a stick. But my favorite of all times is the John Amico, because it doesn't leave a bad buildup on the hair. It doesn't leave a buildup, but it gives you a lot of sheen and a lot of shine, which some of them don't. They give you more of a dull foundation, a dull look. So continue watching, guys, and thank you again for just believing in this movement, because we are going to make a movement of a lot of short hair gurus. So stay tuned and post your homework and stay tuned for week 7, and I will see you on the Q&A questions on Monday.